All right, Dwayne, we're in the lab.
Okay, I wanted to show you this room. It's our molecular biology room.
Okay.
It's an ultra clean room with positive pressure. We had that designed in the building.
Yep.
That's why you have to wear your foot
So
covers.
this is the cleanest room in the house?
I think it's the cleanest room in the house. At least it's supposed to be anyway, because we do some very important work here, the cutting edge work for Molecular Innovations.
Okay.
And we do cell culture work. So we're cloning genes into various types of cells, human embryonic kidney cells, insect cells, E. coli, bacterial cells. And this is Dr. Blackburn. He's
I'm
our
really going to wash my hands when I leave. Right? You're really telling me I should be walking around with a Purell?
Nah, you'll be fine.
no,
You'll be fine. Look at Bob. He's perfectly healthy.
Except for that twitch. So
You wouldn't guess he's only 20 years old.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Benjamin Button.
That's right.
So what do we got going on here?
What do we have going on here? This is our hood in which Bob does, well, I guess all the cell culture work. He's not mic'd, but can you...
Yeah, well, we're working right now with some a human cell line, and we're using them to produce recombinant proteins. And so we have several different cell lines that we work with here. And so this is kind of the R&D section of Molecular Innovations, where we actually produce our own products from recombinant proteins from various cell lines.
Okay.
Excellent.
Did that explain it?
Oh, it was perfectly clear. I could get a job just like that here.
The good news is we think we know what we're doing, so that's all that
okay.
matters. Okay.
Yes, definitely. We're going to go in the other part of the lab and
Fantastic.
look at some more things. So
Great.
I'll open the door and you could clean up a little bit, and I will
Will
wash
do.
my hands. So Dwayne, what do we have going on here?
Okay, this is Tabitha, and she's working on some really important new products that we're going to be launching very soon. Actually, I think we've actually launched it this week on our website. We're moving into the field of hypertension research, and we've developed this line of reagents to study important enzymes involved in hypertension. And one particular protein, renin, is very hot with the pharmaceutical companies now. They're all trying to develop drugs to knock this enzyme out in an attempt to regulate blood pressure. And so we're making this very important enzyme, and we're putting together test kits to measure levels of this enzyme in plasma. And some of these assays have never existed commercially before. So
Right.
there's a lot of buzz already
Sure.
in the field about what we're doing. And so we anticipate this is going to be a terrific revenue stream for us as we move forward.
Talk about what has been commercial that you've been able to be part of as of yet. I know you've done
Well, actually,
research.
one of our earliest products was a protein called plasminogen activator inhibitor, or PI1 we call it for
Was
short.
that next to the gum section at the candy shelf?
No, but Genentech actually liked it a lot because they're the developers of TPA, which is a clot-busting drug that's used when people have heart attacks.
Right.
And so to make their TPA more effective, they wanted to tweak their drug to not be inhibited or knocked out by this natural protein that we make called plasminogen activator inhibitor. It's the protein that counterbalances what TPA does. It knocks out its activity. So they wanted to make their TPA resistant to this protein that we make.
Right.
So they needed to buy lots of this protein for us so they could tweak their enzyme to make it resistant to this activation to make their TPA more effective. So we lived off of PI1 for a number of years and still continue to do so, but they were able to develop their next generation pharmaceutical based on the proteins that we were able to provide. So
It's got to be nice to be able to do all of this research knowing that the end result is a positive,
that's what
healthy
keeps
thing.
that is definitely what keeps me excited every morning to get out of bed and come here.
Find something new, create something new.
To think that we can have an impact on human health, I think, is what it's all about, really.
Yeah.
So.
Dwayne, we could be here for hours. We don't have enough time, but we're going to go back. We want to show your office. You got a very pretty office.
I like it a lot.
So why don't we go there and wrap the show up?
Sounds good?
Okay,
All
let's
right,
go.
thanks.
So this is your office.
This is it right here.
And
You like this view?
Room with a view.
Yeah, it's
Room with a
definitely-
view.
yeah, I'm
this
very-
time of year, wetlands, and you said when it's dried, it's
Cha-
drylands.
changes dramatically from season to season. It's I'm gonna have to take
beautiful
pictures
sight.
each season. There's deer all through back here all the time, and
Yeah,
beautiful
that's
birds
definitely
and all
beautiful.
types of
We
wildlife.
got little ducks running out there.
Yeah, out there.
Hey, Dwayne, as we wrap this up, if we could just maybe touch on the whole biotech industry. You know, Oakland County, in their emerging sectors, has identified biotech as an emerging industry. With the economy the way that it is, how does that affect molecular innovation?
Well, you know, it has had some impact on us because, you know, with the economy having gone south a bit,
Sure.
it affects, for instance, researchers at academic institutions. It's much more difficult to get NIH funding for grants because their
Right.
budget's been slashed. And as a consequence, with them being some of our customers and as well as pharmaceutical companies cutting a bit back on research and layoffs, the Pfizer
Oh, yeah.
development, you know, one of our big customers,
Right.
Wyeth Pharmaceuticals cut their whole cardiovascular division. It's had an impact, but we expect that to change. I mean, we have a new administration in there now who's very pro-science
Yeah.
and has already announced that they're planning a big budget increase for NIH. So we're anticipating some very good things to happen with the economy and in particular with government NIH spending on grants. And you know, human health is an area that's never going to be
Sure,
Yeah,
we're all
yeah.
living longer.
going to be living longer, and you know, I think it's going to be good for us as we move forward.
Dwayne, thank you very much
Thank
for
you, Ara.
letting
Thanks
us
for
walk
stopping.
through molecular innovations. Stay tuned to more Corporate Review episodes. And for more information on economic development for the city of Novi, please visit www.investnovi.org. Until next time, take care.